Unexpected encounter. On the evening of September 9, 2025, around 9:30 p.m. local time, a woman in southeastern West Virginia reported seeing something unusual in the sky while taking her dog outside. She had often told her family about strange lights she had seen before, but this time she managed to record a video and send it to her child. What makes this sighting interesting is the way she described the object's behavior and appearance.
There, where'd it go? There it is. Oh, where did it go? Oh my God. It's... Really?
According to her account, the object seemed much closer to the ground than the video shows. She said it darted quickly in different directions, left, right, up, and down. At other times, it appeared to stop and hover completely still, as though frozen in the air. She also noticed what looked like changes in its shape as she observed it, which added to the unsettling feeling. Her voice note described the moment as pretty freaky. There are a few possible explanations for what she captured. Drones are one of the most likely. They can move sharply in multiple directions, hover in place, and sometimes appear brighter than usual depending on their lights and altitude. Balloons are another possibility, though their movement is usually slower and mostly wind-driven. Atmospheric effects, reflections, or even camera focus issues could also make a distant aircraft or star look like it was shifting shape.
Go up, go on, Fighter, go, go. Oh, dang it. Where is it? Jesus Christ, okay. Oh. What in this world?
However, her description of rapid darting motion and sudden stillness doesn't perfectly match the behavior of balloons or normal aircraft. That's why the video stands out as different from ordinary sightings. It is also similar to many other UFO reports where witnesses claim to see objects defying typical flight patterns. Whether it was a drone, an optical trick, or something truly unexplained, the sighting adds to the long tradition of UFO encounters in the United States. And West Virginia, like many rural regions with dark skies, has seen its fair share of mysterious lights. For the witness, this was more than just another strange night. It was proof that her past experiences might not have been her imagination. Berles video. The Berles video has sparked wide debate in the UFO community because of what happens right after a supposed missile strike on the craft. At first glance, it looks like pieces of debris fly away from the object after the impact. But on closer study, some viewers believe these pieces are not debris at all. They might be smaller controlled orbs working together with the main craft. In the slowed-down footage, at least 3 distinct orbs can be seen separating from the main body. One even seems to blink in and out of view. Right before the impact, another orb touches the main UFO as if attached to it. After the strike, new ones emerge, and their motion does not resemble falling wreckage. Instead of dropping straight down to the ocean, they appear to continue flying alongside the craft. One possible idea is that these orbs were always present, traveling in formation so close to the main UFO that they looked like a single object. The missile strike might have disrupted their tight grouping, causing them to scatter briefly. From a distance, this could give the impression that the UFO itself was spinning, wobbling, or deforming. In reality, it may have been multiple objects overlapping one another. This could also explain why some UFOs look as though they are shimmering. Instead of one craft with a solid surface, it might be a cluster of orbs hovering extremely close together, constantly shifting in relation to each other. Of course, there are more grounded explanations. The effect might be camera distortion, debris behaving oddly because of angle and distance, or even video compression tricks. Without better footage, it's impossible to rule out ordinary causes. Still, the Berles video adds to the mystery. Whether we are seeing clever defensive technology, a group of smaller crafts, or simply the limits of digital video, it challenges viewers to look beyond first impressions. Sometimes, what seems like debris may actually be the key to understanding how these unknown objects really move. Morphing lights. On the morning of September 9, 2025, something unusual appeared in the skies over New Kent, Virginia. At around 9:40 a.m., a traveler at a rest area decided to film the clouds. What began as a simple recording of the sky quickly turned into something far stranger. The witness noticed what looked at first like 2 bright, almost cartoonish lights. They seemed out of place against the calm backdrop of the clouds. Slowly, the lights began to change. Instead of fading away, they morphed into a tight cluster of glowing shapes, shimmering as if alive. Just when it seemed clear enough to study, the shapes faded back into the clouds, almost as though they were being swallowed by the mist. Moments later, they reappeared, this time taking on a startling form that resembled a glowing face. The apparition hovered, shifting, before dissolving once again into the cloud cover. The entire encounter lasted about 3 minutes. During that time, the witness zoomed the camera in and out, trying to capture as much detail as possible. The object or formation was small and distant, making it difficult to determine scale. Speculation around such phenomena often includes common explanations: light refracting off ice crystals, reflections inside a camera lens, or even drone lights blending into morning haze. But the way this event unfolded, the morphing lights, the distinct cluster, and the face-like image, makes it difficult to dismiss outright. Cloud-related UFO reports are not rare. Many sightings describe glowing orbs entering, exiting, or hiding within cloud layers. New Kent's proximity to both rural landscapes and open skies adds to the mystery. Was it a trick of light, a natural optical illusion, or was it something entirely unknown briefly revealing itself before retreating back into cover? Without additional footage or multiple witnesses, the answer remains uncertain. Still, this strange 3-minute display stands as another reminder that the sky often holds more than we expect to see. Tube shape UAP. In the early hours of April 21, 2025, around 2:56 a.m., an unusual aerial encounter was filmed at Tybee Island, Georgia. The witness, lying flat on their back and pointing a camera equipped with infrared at the sky, expected nothing more than cloudy skies and perhaps a passing satellite. Instead, they noticed a faint, thin line high above, something that didn't quite fit the usual night sky activity. The object soon caught more attention. It seemed to drift lower, moving until it hovered just above the tree line. At first, it was difficult to track, but when the camera aligned, the shape became clearer. The witness described it as moving broadside, almost like it had wings but without a fuselage. In certain moments, when the camera sharpened its focus, it looked like a long tube with capped ends, an unusual form compared to planes, drones, or natural aerial phenomena. Its behavior made the mystery deeper. The object slowed, paused, then appeared to reverse its movement before heading back across the trees. That kind of back and forth pattern isn't typical for common explanations like insects, bats, or drifting balloons. Even drones usually display steady flight paths or obvious rotor patterns, and aircraft don't suddenly back up in midair. What also complicates the sighting is that it was recorded in infrared. IR can sometimes make bugs or small objects look bigger or stranger than they are, yet the witness stressed they had seen plenty of bugs, bats, satellites, and drones before, and this one stood apart. So what could it have been? A drone with unusual lighting? A trick of infrared imaging? Or something more unfamiliar? The witness themselves couldn't classify it, leaving the sighting open to interpretation. The tube shape, along with its hovering and reversing behavior, gives it a strange quality that doesn't match ordinary sky activity. Like many UFO encounters, this event at Tybee Island may never have a definite answer. But it serves as another reminder that the skies often surprise us, and sometimes even seasoned observers cannot explain what they've seen. Glowing orbs. On the evening of February 16, 2024, at 7:16 p.m., a resident of Ormond Beach, Florida, witnessed something strange in the sky. What began as a cluster of 5 glowing orbs quickly turned into a mystery that has left them searching for answers ever since. The orbs weren't streaking across the sky like shooting stars or moving in formation like aircraft. They simply hovered in one spot, glowing steadily. Then, one by one, they began to blink and fade. Within minutes, 5 became 3, 3 became 1, and finally, there were none. The entire display lasted around 10 minutes, long enough for the witness to grab their phone and run into the street. By that time, only 3 were still visible, but the unusual sight had already left an impression. In the second video the witness captured, a plane can be seen passing nearby. This detail became important for 2 reasons. First, it offered a clear point of reference for size and distance. Second, it helped rule out the possibility that the glowing orbs were just another aircraft. The objects looked nothing like the plane. They had no wings, no flashing navigation lights, and no sound. To get a clearer look, the witness later adjusted the video using basic iPhone editing tools. Brightening the footage made the scene appear grainy, but it revealed more of what they had seen with their own eyes. The orbs remained distinct, glowing in the darkness, behaving in a way that did not fit the pattern of ordinary planes, helicopters, or drones. Some might argue the orbs could have been lanterns, drones, or even distant flares. Yet the slow, methodical way they vanished raised doubts. Lanterns drift with the wind, drones tend to move with intent, flares burn unevenly. These lights seemed deliberate, appearing together, hovering, then disappearing one after another as if following a pattern. For the witness, the experience remains unresolved. Were they seeing a natural phenomenon, human technology, or something beyond? For now, the Ormond Beach lights of February 2024 stand as one more entry in the long list of unexplained sky events that resist easy answers. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos.